Hello everybody, and welcome to a sneak peek at my FundRazr campaign page. You'll notice there's a lot of places where it says things like edit and not launched because we're kind of looking at the administration page here, and you know, technically you're not supposed to be able to see this yet, but I love to share. So here we've got the top of it here. It still suggests that I put in a video, which surprisingly I haven't been able to figure out my video for this yet. With so many launched on YouTube, you'd think I'd be able to figure that one out, but I haven't. So let's take a look at how the rest of this page looks really quickly, and then we'll go into the details of it here. There's lots of room on the bottom for comments there. All the various perks are over here on the right hand side, and then my basic story down on the left. Notice over here it's got MasterCard, Visa, American Express. Apparently it also accepts PayPal and something called WePay, but I don't see those on there at the moment. That might just be because it hasn't been officially launched. But let's start with looking at some of the perks, because I really want to get your feedback on that. Everything that I send out as a perk takes away from the overall money available to buy the property and to get things started. So one of the things that's recommended with these FundRazr campaigns is to try and keep it affordable, So for the low-level perks, it's nothing huge, really, like a $10 donation, feel-good karma moment. It is what it is, right? Click the info here, tells you a little bit more about it. My computer's a little slow today. We're grateful for all your donations. It's as simple as that. Plus, we love you, but you guys already know that I love you. So here's another way to look at the perks that I hadn't even seen before, so we'll explore it together. Flagstone on the garden path, It's kind of like your own star on the Walk of Fame in the Clean Valley Farms world. Anybody who comes to visit the ornamental path will obviously have the opportunity to see that. And if you come to see us, you'll have the opportunity to get your picture taken by it or whatever works for you. $100 donation here for the invitation to the grand opening event. It was kind of suggested that people who contribute over a certain level should be invited to a big old barbecue. And, I've got enough Southern blood in me. I certainly appreciate a good old barbecue. So, there you go. At $100, there will be guaranteed tent and trailer space. And well, we know a lot of musicians, so I'd say definitely a 95% chance that I could have live music at an event like that. At some of the higher levels here, we're looking at dedicated bench in the garden. I have a very specific ornamental garden design in mind that I've had in mind for a very long time, and that does include 10 benches and 5 willows. I have no idea about those prices. Y'all can give me feedback on that. Maybe it's too low, maybe it's too high. I don't know. So at $500 here, it's 3 days and 2 nights in the guest house, and it is basically just what it sounds. With the bed and breakfast industry being as big as it is here in British Columbia, there are a lot of places that you can stay that will cost you a lot more than $250 a night. So I've been told already that I could have gone a lot higher for that, but that feels reasonable to me. So I want to keep it reasonable. I don't know. I don't want to make these unattainable for anybody, and for anybody who does find themselves interested in things that are on the higher end, maybe we can work something out. I don't know. You can always message me and we'll see. Also for $500, this is where we're starting to get into the koi breeding. So the Founders $5 Koi Club. Basically with this, and there's only 42 available, you'll notice there, same with the $10 Koi Club. But basically with this, as soon as we have them for sale, you'll never pay more than $5 for a standard fin koi that's 6 inches or less. For those of you who collect koi already, that can be a pretty huge savings, especially for people that are maybe into pond supply or nurseries or anything like that. Even a pet store could potentially save a small fortune by doing that. The $10 Koi Club is similar, but this is where people who are more interested in the butterfly koi or the longfin koi will be able to take advantage of that. Those are a more expensive fish overall, so it is 10 over 5. I still think if you look into it, you'll find that that is a very very reasonable price for a 6-inch or under butterfly koi. And then here at the bottom we have, it's kind of a ridiculous amount, but who knows, somebody's out there, and you never get things from the universe if you don't ask for them. So at a $10,000 level, I will honestly send you a key to the guest house. You call us up. If the place isn't booked, it's yours. It's that simple, free of charge, 3 weeks per visit. It's like almost like having a timeshare in a vacation property in Canada. So while 10 grand is a lot, at the same time 10 grand isn't really a lot for something like that. So there you go. Those are the perks that I've got on there right now. Let's see if I can get back to my main page here. Okay, so we're back here on the main page. One thing I was going to put in there, and I haven't yet, was a copy of my currently unpublished ebook on aquaponics, but I'm going to do another video kind of reviewing that before I put it in there. I'd like it to be finished before I can offer it up, right? One thing also that I'm going to put up here is a postcard collection. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, Mr. Bear's Photos is a growing blog where I'm putting up assorted photography. Right now I've just got some testers from, well, a few years ago, but spring and summer are coming. I'll be hitting the kayak, the lake, trails, mountains, all kinds of stuff. I'm quite certain my collection will be growing. So if you'd like to get a collection of postcards of any of those pictures, you'll be able to contribute, and then just let me know which pictures you want. So here on the left hand side we have the basic story. Why does Clean Valley Farms need the help? Well, I need the help because I'm never going to qualify for a mortgage, and it's just the only option I've got left. Then next, how can you help me here? Basically a donation or a share, or click an ad when you watch a video on YouTube for me. It's all helpful. That's what this one's all about. If you can't afford to donate, will you still help? Will you watch the ad for 30 seconds? Will you share my campaign on your social networks? Will you share my channel on your social networks? All of these things have these snowball effects that can be huge help. And then here we get, what do you get for helping? Kind of a basic rundown on the perks we just went through. Where will the money go? Well, the bulk of the money is going to go to purchasing the land. Pretty good price for land in Bring Cash here. It's crazy overpriced province. Another chunk, 20 grand or so, is going to go towards the purchase of a bobcat, because I've got lots of leveling and earth moving and stuff that's going to need to be done for that. When you're building a house primarily out of earth, you're going to move a lot of dirt. I got about 11 grand. I figured I've been looking around for, used Jeep and a travel trailer, so that I've got somewhere to lay my head at the end of the night until those first initial buildings are up and I've got somewhere covered that I can sleep. Anything left is going to go towards building the guest house, greenhouse, and the initial aquaponic farm system. And then that's it, right? Basically, as soon as I start on the land, I'll start making videos of the various projects that I'm doing. For example, that guest house built out of earth bags and in a Hobbit style. I'm sure there are quite a few of you that would be very interested to see how I'm going to go about doing that. And I'll be perfectly honest, I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube about it. I'm really not happy with the way this stuff is shown. Maybe it's just because my mind looks at things a little bit differently, but there are a lot of things that I just feel aren't covered, so I think it'll be probably a fairly extensive video selection and series on how to build a Hobbit style earth bag home. So anyway, that is just a quick look at my fundraiser campaign. See, FundRazr, it's spelled wrong, but that's how they spell it. So thank you all for your time, and if you have any feedback, please just throw it down in the comments there. I live for feedback, I really do. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask those either. And thank you very much for your time and your well wishes so far on the project. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day.